On this week's episode, I give a shout out to one of our members who's lost 200 pounds. We talk about setting your calories and macros for Body Beast, and I give you guys an update on my views of the new Beachbody Performance line. What's up, TD Nation? Welcome to episode 14 of the TD Nation Kickstart Show. I'm your host, Lance Lyle. I'm super excited to be coming to you guys today. Got a lot to talk about, a lot going on. My personal training business is kind of exploding. I took on a couple new clients. That's why I just haven't got the show done this week until today. I've got my Cardinal jersey on. I got a big weekend coming up, going to a Cardinal game. I think I'm going to get to meet some of the Cardinal players, which I'm excited about. What else? And then I got a family reunion this weekend. And to top that all off, I'm on day 24 of perfect nutrition and perfect calorie intake, perfect macros, and have hit every single workout for the last 24 days. So I'm on a roll, and I'm a little bit nervous about this weekend coming up because when you go to ballparks and you do things like family reunions and you're traveling, you can't have all your meals prepared. It makes things much tougher. But I'm going to do my best to, still hit my calories every day. The macros are going to be out of whack, but that's all right. I'm going to do my best to hit my calories. I'm on such a good roll, and I feel really good. The recharge group has got me fired up. The new boot camp that kicked off also has me fired up. They're posting like crazy. Everybody's really engaged. It makes me so excited. You guys are getting me excited with all your posts about I see everyone getting their TD Nation apparel, and you're posting pictures in the groups, and that's really exciting. Just so much awesome stuff going on in TD Nation, so much positivity, so many people just working hard to change their path and just get healthier and live a better life. And give the greatest gift of all time, which is more time. So really excited. Before I do anything else, I want to give a huge shout out to one of our TD Nation members. You guys all know him. He's inspired all of us. Brian Beam posted this morning that he is down 200 pounds. Just freaking amazing. This is a guy started out at 450 pounds. I know even when I was 267 pounds, I thought, man, I've got a long way to go, and this is going to be an impossible road. And it seemed, I was looking 26 miles down the road rather than just looking at that first mile, and it seemed like a really impossible task. And coming from where I came from and knowing where Brian came from, it inspires me to know that this guy was 450 pounds and had to feel like there was no answer and felt hopeless, but trusted the system and started moving a little bit and started working on getting that first mile in. He didn't look 26 miles down the road. He started trying to get that first mile, just little steps at a time, little changes to his lifestyle, trusted the system, followed what we told him to do. And now he has lost 200 pounds, and he weighed in this morning at 250 pounds, has completely changed the course of his life, and has definitely given more time to his wife and his kids and his grandkids. And to me, there is nothing better than seeing that. And it makes me so happy. It makes me proud to do what I do. It's just an amazing thing, and I couldn't be happier for Brian. So I wanted to take time and give him a special shout out, because 200 pounds is such a incredible task. I can't even imagine what it took to do that. I know losing 75 pounds was hard for me, but to watch Brian over these, past year and more lose 200 pounds has just been incredible. So great job, Brian. I couldn't be more excited for you, man. Here's his before and after picture too. All right. So with that being said, let's get into the show. First question comes from one of our boot campers. Angela asks, I'm doing Body Beast. Do I do the recommended calories and macros advised in Book of the Beast? So I'm going to touch on a couple points because this question has a lot of layers to it. And I know what the answer is going to be for Angela, but I want to make this a broad question for everybody because we get asked this a lot. With any program that you start, any nutrition program, even nutrition plans you see in magazines. If you're picking up, this really goes for guys. If you're picking up a bodybuilding magazine and you see that, Jay Cutler eats 10,000 calories a day or whatever it is, and he's got his meal plan, please, please, please don't think that just because he does that and has the results he has that you can do that. Metabolism, you have to train your metabolism. So you have to, those guys have been eating a lot of calories for a long time, and their body has adjusted, their metabolism's adjusted, and they process food differently. So you just have to be careful when you do that. Anytime you pick up any Beachbody program and it comes with a nutritional book, keep in mind that those books are assuming you have a healthy metabolism. So the calorie recommendations in that book may not be good for you. And the only way you guys can determine, where your baseline is, where you need to cut calories or add calories, is by going through our boot camp and devoting 3 weeks of your time to start out at a certain point. And based on what your body does, we can adjust your calories up or down so that you get the best results. So if you haven't gone through boot camp, make sure you do that. That's number one. Number two, you got to know what's your goals. Are you looking to cut or are you looking to add mass? Now, some people try to do those two things at the same time, and it's just not effective. It takes a really long time. Your progress is going to be extremely, extremely, extremely slow if you try to do that. So what I would advise is number one, getting your body fat to where it needs to be, because more importantly than having muscle and all that stuff is getting body fat off of you, so that you're healthier, you avoid sickness, and you avoid illness. And body fat contributes to those things. So let's get your body fat where it needs to be first. And you're going to have to do that by running a calorie deficit. We want to focus on that 0.5 pound to 2 pounds a week lost. If you're extremely overweight, we can go to that 3 to 4 pounds a week lost. But focus on cutting first, and then when you get your body fat to where you want it to be, then you can talk about adding mass. Okay? And let's go on to the third point, which is adding mass. And I know Angela's not scared of this because she's doing Body Beast, but we have a lot of female clients who are really, really scared about lifting weights and getting bulky. And you guys have heard me say this a million times, but I think it's very important to reiterate, especially for our new members. Ladies, you just do not have the body chemistry to get big and bulky. Lifting weights isn't what makes people big and bulky. It's eating that does. And women are not going to get, big muscles like guys. They just aren't. You don't have the body chemistry to do it. What I would tell you further is the guys, even when I'm trying to bulk, which isn't very often, and I have some friends who are bodybuilders who legitimately are down to that 5 to 6% body fat and try to bulk. You guys have to understand how hard it is to add muscle. I know that everybody in society thinks that adding muscle is a very easy thing. It is so difficult, guys. When you are counting your calories, when you are counting your macros, when you are eating with a purpose at a surplus, trying to add muscle, even the guys I know who have crazy, freakish genetics are not adding anything more than 1 to 1.5 pounds of muscle per month. So, we're talking about, and really, honestly, I think most people might add 0.5 pound to 1 pound per month of muscle when they're deliberately trying to do that. It is extremely hard to do. Even the guys that I think are kind of genetic freaks, when they're bulking for an entire year, they're adding 12 to 15 pounds of muscle, and that's it. That's not very much. So the fact that a lot of women think they're going to get bulky just because they're lifting weights is crazy. If you're at a calorie deficit, it's not going to happen. It's just not. Now, you are going to get stronger. You are going to get leaner if you're at a calorie deficit, but adding tons of muscle is just not going to happen, so I don't want you to worry about that. So, Angela, getting back to your question, would I recommend that you personally go to the calories recommended in Body Beast? Knowing your metabolism, I would say no. I would guess that those calories are going to be a little bit too high for you. I know you've been working on reverse dieting, so if you want, send me a message. Let me know what your current calories are. I'm pretty positive your goal is still to lose body fat. So if your goal is to still lose body fat, you still need to be running at a calorie deficit. So if you have questions, send me what your current calorie range is and your current macros, and let me know what your body's been doing on that amount. Have you been maintaining? Have you been gaining weight, losing weight? I'm pretty sure you've been losing weight recently, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. So if the calorie goal you're at is producing results and you're losing weight, then I would just stay there, keep doing Body Beast, and you're going to be fine. All right. Next question. Sarah asks, update on Performance Line. Really like the first video you did. How do you like it after extended use? So, I haven't done a video so I've been using Performance Line for like 3 weeks now. And guys, I am in love with this stuff. Every bit of it. So I'll start with the Performance, the Energize, which is like Beachbody's pre-workout. But this is different than a lot of pre-workouts. A lot of pre-workouts, I mentioned this in the first video, when you go to the supplement store, a lot of these companies know that you're going to go to the nutrition label, and you're going to just look at what has the most of each ingredient. And I'm here to tell you from personal experience that too much of a good thing is a bad thing. I've taken some pretty hardcore pre-workouts in the past, and before my workout, of course, I had tons of energy, but during my workout, in the middle of my workout to the end of my workout, I would feel like crap. And I've gotten off of all of that stuff. Now I'm using all the Beachbody stuff has no artificial flavorings, which is huge. No preservatives, all natural products, which I love. So this I was actually a little skeptical because it's got less caffeine in it. It's got normal, safe amounts of caffeine in it, and I wasn't sure that I would get the energy I wanted in my workouts. And I get plenty. It's every bit as good, and I feel better throughout my workouts than the other stuff I was using. So I was using, a lot of people have been asking me what we're using. I was using Hyde. It's got so much stuff in it, but this is so much better. I feel better throughout my workouts. So 1 scoop, the beta-alanine has 800 milligrams. I take 2 scoops. Quercetin, as I mentioned in the previous video, is an anti-inflammatory, and it's found in like red onions, apples, I believe, some other things. But it's got 500 milligrams. I'm taking 2 scoops, which is recommended. So for a guy my weight, so I'm taking 1,000 milligrams. And what's crazy is my Achilles tendon, which I felt like has been ready to pop for years, feels better. And I think the only thing I can attribute it to is quercetin, which is an anti-inflammatory. And my Achilles feels really good. It does not hurt as much. So, and the only thing that's changed in my diet is the Beachbody Performance Line stuff. So that's the only thing I can think of. And then it's got caffeine, green tea. It's got caffeine from green tea, so there's 100 milligrams of caffeine. So 200 for me. If you're taking 1 scoop, there's 100 milligrams, which is relatively low dose. Some of the pre-workouts out there have 500 to 600 milligrams of caffeine. So Again, too much of a good thing is not a good thing. So that's why I'm really, really loving the Energize. Second, I started using Hydrate from Beachbody. Just replaces electrolytes during my workout, but so much better than like Gatorade and Powerade and all those things that have artificial flavorings and sugars and just nasty stuff. All natural, and also has quercetin in it as well. But I feel great during my workouts. I feel really hydrated and tons of energy. So I'm definitely a lifer on this stuff. The other two things I use is Recover. Again, no artificial flavorings, and that was a big thing. A lot of my protein powders out there have a lot of artificial flavorings, and I'm not afraid of artificial flavorings in moderation, but all these supplements have so much of it that I was not getting artificial flavorings in moderation. So I wanted to cut down on that. And side note, my resting heart rate the other day was 48, which is extremely good. So yeah, this is just Recover. I take this immediately after my workout, and I get 20 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs. So it's got 2-to-1 ratio, which is really good for muscle recovery. It's got whey protein isolate, pea protein isolate, casein, some branched chain amino acids, all the things you need to recover and not feel as sore the following days. And with the programs that we're doing right now, I definitely need that. The last thing I've been taking is Beachbody Recharge, which is you take this an hour before you go to bed. It's just got casein protein, which is really slow absorbing, helps the muscles recover overnight, and reduces muscle breakdown. So I've been taking 1 scoop of this, and that's another 20 grams of protein. So really, really good supplements, guys. I love them. I will be using them forever. I'm not using any other supplements. All natural products. I'm really, really happy with the Beachbody line. All right, last question. We're at 16 minutes. Dave, so I always like to do a fun question. Dave wanted to know what my dream vacation is. So I love to travel. Like, if I could do anything, if I had like tons and tons of money, I would just travel. That's what I would do. I love seeing the world. I would really, if my dream vacation wouldn't be for me, it'd be for my wife. She, if you look around our bedroom, we have Egyptian stuff, because when my wife was in high school, she was really into archaeology, and actually when she started college, she majored in archaeology. Thank God she didn't continue with that. But she loves Egyptian artifacts and has just, been infatuated with it. And it's always been her dream to go to Egypt. Not so safe now, but one of these days I would love to go just for her, just so she could see it. So that's definitely on our radar. I would love to go, to Scotland and Ireland, just because I have a lot of family roots there. I would love also to go to Italy, because that's where, my wife is Italian and her family's extremely Italian. But yeah, those things. Those are the 3 places I would really, really like to go. Beaches are fun and relaxing and everything, but I can drive to Destin, Florida in 14 hours and be good. But stuff like seeing the pyramids or going to Scotland or Italy, those would probably be my 3 choices. But Egypt would be top on there, just because I know that's the one my wife really, really wants to do sometime. It's just I don't know how safe it is at the moment. I haven't really looked into it lately, but anyway, that's my dream vacation. So, question of the day: what's your dream vacation? I want to know what your guys' dream vacation is. Post it below in the comments. Let us know. If money wasn't an issue and you could go anywhere in the world, do anything you want, what would your dream vacation be? All right, guys, have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you later. Enjoy your holiday.